Hello there, friends, and welcome back to more Metaphor Fantazio. Last time, we arrived here in the Dragon Temple and completed the Trial of the Dragon, facing the very embodiment of anxiety itself in the form of a dragon that took, well, it was in the form of a dragon that took our form. It's a whole thing. And we also obtained an amazing weapon in the form of the Dragon's Legacy. I don't know why I'm saying in the form of quite a bit. Either way, with this trial now done, there's really no other real preparations that can set us right up for taking on Luis. We essentially have 5 days, well, 4 days after we head back, to ourselves. And so, we are going to be taking care of any remaining little thing that I haven't talked about just yet before we end off. So, let's go ahead and head out because we have quite a few things to go over today. Let's return to town right now. I guess as a reminder, if you hadn't watched the previous episode for a little bit, the Dragon Temple right now is a pretty decent spot if you want to farm some Reeve or Mag. However, I will not be using this right now. I have other options that I can share with you if you are looking for a really easy way to get those resources without needing to put too much work. Hate to state the obvious, we've already accomplished a hell of a whole lot, haven't we? You may as well already be wearing the crown. Obvious or not, it's not an understatement. As far as I'm concerned, only a fool would deny his qualifications for the job now. He possesses not only martial might, but strength of heart. Those are qualities that make him a most impressive leader.
Let's make it happen.
I'm sure we'll take Luis down. But that's only the beginning, so let's give it all our best. All give it our best.
The deadline?
We've still got a few days until the day of the hero. We need to strengthen our archetypes, don't worry, we'll do that, and we'll also make sure we're ready to deal with him even though he's wielding the royal scepter. Let's go to bed.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 5 days remain.
Okay, so there are two options if you were interested in farming Mag or Reeve. One that is one that I've already shown before, that is pretty reliable, but is mostly used for farming AEXP, but you can also get a reliable amount of Mag and Reeve. And one that's maybe a little bit slower, but is definitely more prioritized about getting more Mag than it is AEXP. So it just really depends on what you're in the market for. If you want to go and grab some AEXP to level up archetypes, along with some extra Reeve and maybe a little bit of Mag, I would highly suggest going into the Disgraced Ruins and performing the strategies I mentioned in a few episodes ago. If you are interested in grabbing Mag, I would suggest going to Belega Corridor. Now, this is the one I'm going to be showcasing since I don't have footage of it. So, we're going to be heading over to Belega Corridor, and we're going to be killing some enemies in there. Now, why the hell am I going to go to Belega Corridor? I mean, we haven't been here since, like, episode 13, 14. Trust me, there is a good reason for it. Of course, first things first, since we have time here, let's go ahead and cook something. We now finally have enough Lord of the Lakes and Queen's Honey jars in order to make the Sublime Spoonful, the final item that we haven't made just yet. The most savory flavors of the world condensed in a single spoonful. Adds 4 turn icons when used in battle. This is far and away the best item in the entire game. You can literally trivialize almost every single fight, no, not almost, every single fight in the game with this item by just making it to where enemies can't get turns. If you're going through New Game Plus, spending all of your free days utilizing fishing to get more and more Sublime Spoonfuls is definitely a way to just completely remove any difficulty from the game whatsoever. We're going to be making one of these. I'm sure we'll be using it at some point, but we'll hold off on it as long as I can. And of course, Hulkenberg is the one that makes this. I've come around on cooking, you know. I've always seen it as a rather mundane, but now I see it as a profound experience, one worth exploring at that. Whether the ingredients before us shine or perish in our hands depends on our aptitude. Thought of it in that regard, it is truly a creative challenge. So, what shall be our plan of attack? Personally, I would strive to achieve a masterpiece worthy of these rare ingredients. Though, using them raw would certainly also have merit. Let's not do that, please. Unless it's like carrots. I like raw carrots more than cooked carrots. I started preparing food with Hulkenberg, heartened by good conversation.
Speaking of,
I've heard the true secret of the culinary art is to ensure your dishes reflect your personality. Thus, I put myself on the proof. On guard, food!
on guard!
Let the aroma be guided by all those I have crossed before. Let the spice of my life color its flavor. Here and now, I condense all that I am into this dish. Oh, she's really getting into it. Incredible. This is the best meal we've made yet. Sublime spoonful is complete. I say it came out quite well, though you shall be the judge of that. By all means, take it. Of course, we will get 2 of them because, well, we cooked it. And we get the bonuses, so we get 2 sublime spoonfuls. Very, very nice. Now, let's, actually, real fast, I want to gauge what my levels are like for my merchants. I think Basilio has Tycoon at max. What about Heisme? Does he have Thief at max? So he's Tycoon, he's Merchant at max. Tycoon's at 15, Merchant will be fine, and we got Will. We just need 3 of these buggers, and then we'll be okay. You know, I just realized we've actually never seen the path to Belega Corridor before because we didn't have the Gauntlet Runner whenever we were first going out here. Yeah, they did have an area ready for it just in case you decided to do the Merchant Side Quest after you got in the Gauntlet Runner. You just see the desert once again. Anyways, let's go ahead and see if we can't find a nice pastime to do while we head over to the corridor. I think it'll probably be best if we take our chances and just, we could do some planting, but I don't want to hold on to that. Let's go downstairs and maybe up our SP. I think we could probably do that. Yeah, not our SP, wrong franchise, MP. There's this homemade washing machine. Let's see if we can do some laundry. Who are we doing laundry with? Basilio. Della was always much better with this sort of thing. Me, I used to wash my things by hand. Except I didn't really know how to use my own strength, eh? Ended up scrubbing my clothes to shreds. Hardly even clothes at that point, really. Just a bunch of threads stuck together. Of course, I didn't see the problem, so I just put up with them anyway. And Dell, he could hardly breathe for laughing at me. Said he'd gone past cutting-edge fashion into fraying edge. Had him grinning ear to ear, like we were both kids again. Wish you could have seen it. Honestly, Basilio, your style is pretty good right now, man. Hopefully you don't fray those to shreds. He's got good outfit right now. Max MP's increased by 3.
You city.
Boy, look at that, you lucky bugger. Put that toward your next big weapon purchase, yeah? 5,000 Reeve, I'll take it. Welcome back to Belega Corridor. First things first, look at this weapon. It is, of course, our standard mag-infused sword that was given to us by our mother, but it's basically a lightsaber now. This is such a badass looking sword. It is my favorite looking sword in the entire game. Oh, I love this thing. It's so cool. I love running around with a glow stick. Okay, why are we here in Belega Corridor? Well, we are here because we're going to be utilizing the low-level enemies to steal all of their mag. What we're gonna need to do is we're just going to need to steal as much mag from them as possible and then kill them in one turn before they, attack us and ruin our bonuses. So what we need to do is we need to apply deck collection onto Prince, and then for our other party members, which are going to be Heisme, Basilio, and probably Juna? Yeah, we'll do Juna for right now. We might swap out to Yufa later. For Heisme and Basilio, we are going to need them to be on Merchant and or Tycoon. Heisme will go to, Basilio will go to Tycoon. And then for Heisme, we will go to Merchant. Deck collection is based off of the character's current level, multiplied by their current archetype's rank times 10. So, for example, if we have a rank 20 merchant, that would be 200 mag times our current level, which for Heisme would be 69. So we're getting a pretty decent amount of mag whenever we multiply all of those numbers together. And then, of course, Juna's going to be kind of our sweeper. She's going to be using Rune's Flame Flower to guarantee that we just kill these guys pretty fast. However, I probably could give her a better AoE skill just to maybe lower the potential costs. But I don't know if I have a better option. At least immediately available to me, at least on her. I don't think I do. I could put her on an archetype that could just use more attacks, but I mean, Rune's Flame Flower will be okay for now. Okay.
Okay then.
Now, obviously, if you want Reeve, swap Will over to the Tycoon and just start swinging on these goblins. They're not going to be able to really fight back. Now, of course, you don't want to kill these guys in the overworld whenever we're doing this strategy. What you want to do is just rush in, and whenever you find a Goborn that you want to, well, run their pockets, you start a squad battle. Find an enemy, you use dead collection, you take their mag. Juna, on the other hand, needs to pass turn, and we need to do, oh, I didn't put it on him, whoopsies. Well, you can go past turn a little bit. We do deck collection, pass turn, and then you finish them off with a Juna attack. Yeah, I probably needed to put deck collector on him, didn't I? But you'll be able to get at least a decent amount of mag, and you'll get the Unscathed Triumph, which will increase the amount of mag that you are getting. 5,000 mag is not bad from that. Especially since, well, we're gonna need all we can get. Let me real quick fix my mistake. Obviously, if you go to a higher level area, you will have a higher set of starting mag in the results screen, which is pretty decent. But this is a relatively safe and easy way to resolve this if you aren't someone who's interested in worrying about enemies just kicking your ass. Use deck collection and just, well, be ready to beat the crap out of these guys whenever you have the time. Use deck collection here, fast turn, and Rune's Flameflower. With 3 collections, we were able to get 5,000 mag, and if we add the Unscathed Triumph, we're getting about 7,600 mag per encounter. That is not bad. There are faster ways to do these things, and this is just a very, very safe method. However, if you have all of those Curse Love ballads like I do, you have 99 of them, you can be in here for a long time and get everything you could possibly need. It is pretty funny how I'm one of those people that watched a lot of streamers back in the day whenever the demo for this game was the only thing we had available, and just watching them farm resources in Belega Corridor in preparation for the full game, which I kind of thought was unnecessary. And here I am, utilizing poor old Belega Corridor to showcase a way to get mag in the end game. This dungeon just is universally pretty helpful. It's how you get the merchant. It was a very nice farming spot for demo havers like myself, and now I'm using it in this case. Poor old Belega Corridor. But yeah, now that we're running low on MP, all we just go down to is we go to our 99 Curse Love ballads and just pop a few of them, and all of a sudden we're now back at full MP, and we keep going.
Our usual what now?
Now, if you are someone who is looking for a goal to hit, a milestone to reach before you're done grinding that I would suggest, well, as we are right now, I think you are perfectly okay to go into the final dungeon. I have made sure that the amount of grinding and resource farming that I have done is reasonable enough for it. If you were following along, even if you were just a little bit off, you would be perfectly ready to go into the finale. However, if you want to do any of these farming methods, here is what I would suggest, and I've mentioned it before, but I would suggest getting 80% Archetype Mastery on Will. You can check your Archetype Mastery on the bottom right. I would suggest reaching 80%. Whenever you reach certain late milestones with your percentages for Archetype Masteries on each character, you will get a pretty nice reward. And 80% on Will is a good starting point. Realistically speaking, I would suggest getting 100% Archetype Mastery on every character if you can, which only requires you unlocking every archetype on every character. But this is not necessarily needed at all. We are at a position where we could very easily beat the game right now. Now I want to go ahead and show why this is also a pretty decent money farming method. If we have Will on Merchant and we just start rushing into these guys,
Right there.
you will see that we are getting a pretty decent amount of coin for our troubles. About 3,100 coin, about 3,100 Reeve from just 3 enemies.
See the enemy.
This dungeon doesn't have the most amazing grouping of enemies,
Right there.
but it's decent enough. And you'll be able to get a good combination of attacks on enemies that will net you a good profit overall. As you'll see here, we got about 6,300 Reeve from that group of enemies right there. And I was even missing 2 dogs. So overall, that was 8,500 Reeve from that one group of enemies. And there are a couple of bundles of Goborns like this throughout the entire dungeon that can give you a good amount of coin. I would suggest about 500,000 Reeve is really all you need to get anything that you should really need at this point. There really isn't a lot of necessities that we haven't already bought, but if you haven't gotten any of those crazy expensive accessories in the night-only magic shops, or you still need masks to create summons, not masks. If you still need talismans to create summons, you might need a little bit of extra coin. I am someone, I don't really need that much money. I've got about 700,000 as it is right now. And honestly, I'm not really too worried about my coffers. But again, this is a very safe and reliable way to get money. Is it the best way? No, not by a long shot. You can definitely get more cash in other places. I would definitely suggest the Disgrace Ruins more for refarming than this, as there are trance crystals and there are just better groupings of mobs than there are here. But this is a nice, safe option. If you're just someone who's interested in maybe doing some mindless farming, you go in and out of the room, and you just take care of the enemies and you reset. But that is my alternative suggestion for farming Mag and or Reeve. Now let's go ahead and head back over to Grand Trad, as I am done for the day.
Okay then.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 4 days remain.
Hey, Barden giving us a package as well. 2 divine elixirs, love it. Okay, so now that we have gotten our however much mag you want, or however much Reeve you want, we have Arbor's Day here. Now, if we look at our calendar,
What now?
we have, unfortunately, 1 more Idols Day left. This is it. This is the day we leave for the Tyrant Star. So we have 1 more Idols Day. So save your Reeve until the final day to make purchases. So today, we are going to be going and enjoying ourselves a little bit. With all of the extra mag and archetypes we've probably leveled up at this point, there is 1 more thing that we need to do over on the Varmareno Coliseum. So let's head over there and see exactly what that entails. There is an individual right over here. Tac-Turn Receptionist. Welcome. This desk is for the Gauntlet Challenge. If you're here for the Ranked League, please speak to my associate. Gauntlet Challenge. As the name suggests, you'll battle monsters in rapid succession. Can you withstand 30 consecutive battles? Or will you throw in the towel? We offer 3 tiers of fights in the Gauntlet Challenge: Bronze, Silver, Gold. Each tier gets progressively harder, if you hadn't figured that out. If you do well during the Ranked Challenge, you can challenge a more advanced level in the Gauntlet Challenge. But you've already proven yourself a match for the Gold class enemies. So essentially, you could be doing these Gauntlet Challenges as you are progressing through the Ranked Challenges. You would just get progressively harder and harder versions of the Gauntlet Challenge. It's best just to wait until you get the Gold Challenge, to be perfectly honest. So that's why I have held off until the very end of the game in order to do this. We're going to hold off on this because since we're going into 30 consecutive battles with no breaks whatsoever, you need to be prepared for this properly.
What now?
Obviously, I would highly suggest bringing everyone onto their royal archetypes or bringing some merchants, because we're going to be going into a 30-round fight with a bunch of enemies that we don't know anything about. It's best to have as many options for clearing out waves of mobs as you possibly can. I would suggest things like almighty attacks, or things that can just bypass resistances. A benefit of maybe something like Soul Hacker, inheriting a Soul Hacker attack onto Yufa, which is actually something I'm probably going to do in case we need to bring her in. We can use Emerald Vortex to just wipe out enemies. Now, my squad going into this at the very beginning will be Stroll, Juna, and Yufa, as I think this will give us the best coverage overall. We'll have AoE Slash, we'll have Almighty, we'll have Fire plus extra boosts if we need to. We can also create weaknesses with Juna. And the Yufa with Royal Summoner is just kind of a Swiss Army knife of abilities, which I'm gonna make a quick order real fast, as we definitely... this would definitely bother me if I didn't just make a quick adjustment for everything. this. That's fine right there. Yeah, it looks better. I also inherited Emerald Vortex in case we need to just do damage without needing to worry about affinities whatsoever. We'll, of course, also have Almighty with her as well. We have everyone else as backups if we need to, and of course you can swap out party members throughout combat as well. Let's go ahead and take on the challenge.
What'll it be?
You'll give it a whirl, eh? That's fun. Now, which class will you challenge? Let's just go ahead and use gold the furthest reaches. You ready then? I'll gather the troops. If you would, please wait by the entry gate. Your fight will begin momentarily.
Better be ready.
Alrighty, we got some Balmiolentos, some Legion's Vesp, Legion O Vesp, and another Legion O Vesp. As we can see here, these guys are relatively tanky. A simple Ruin's Flame Flower should be enough for them. Yeah, not bad. With this Balmiolento, we can just pass turn, we can run up. Oh, look at the cool-ass sword. Oh, it's so cool. Actually, let's just see what a regular attack looks like. Damage-wise, 393 is not bad. Let's use a Vorpal Blade and just wrap it up. Vorpal Blade is going to be very beneficial for actually killing these enemies with slash attacks. We do get the victory screen after every single fight too, so pretty decent. One battle in a row, let's keep it going. We've got 30 to go. Alright, that's number 29 down. Been pretty simple so far. What do they got in store for us for number 70? Also, I'm gonna put this into agility because holy crap, I've missed too many royal swords in just this encounter alone. Alright, 29 battles. Let's see what we got. It's... oh. Just these guys again? Okay, well. Hellfire Dance into Summon Dragon God. Burns them up, no problem. Nice. And that'll be 30 battles right there. I know, right, Stroll? That's 30 wins. Even I'm exhausted, but we really did it. That wasn't too bad. That's what I get for saving it until the very, very end of the game.
Very nice.
Well done. You put up a pretty good fight in there, but that magic you used. Would you lean a trick like that? Hey, we found another one. I think it's the second typo I have ever seen in this game. There was one in the tutorial for Martyra, and then there's this one. I'm sure there's more, but where'd you lean a trick? I guess maybe it's not a typo. I feel like it is. I don't know, maybe it's some British thing. But I shouldn't pry. Feel free to come and try again should the mood strike you. Taking on the Gauntlet Challenge has honed my courage. If you still somehow need 4 points of courage, here you go. Alright, get ourselves 2,000 extra mag. Got a decent amount of mag as we were going there. I left the Coliseum, the crowd still cheering with feverish enthusiasm. I took my break with the team. I only took a 1 day slot, so we still have the evening block to go. What to do? What to do? How about we spend our evening going and seeing another play? Why don't we? That seems like a good use of our time. Let's see what we got. We already watched The King and the Knights of the Dinner Table. The Princess Predicament sounds pretty funny. Let's go watch that. This play is called The Princess Predicament. It's about a clever suitor who wins over a fussy princess. Oh boy. I wonder what he could have said or done to coax the princess into opening up a bit. Must take someone pretty clever to reach such a hardened heart. Your wisdom might broaden if you watch this.
What do you think?
The mission is 1500 Reeve. What do you say? Let's find some seats.
Well then.
Okay, let's head in.
Alright.
This play, The Princess Predicament, is about a man who courts a notorious princess who staves off would-be suitors with impossible riddles. If you truly seek my hand in marriage, then you must prove your devotion by counting all the stars in the night sky. If that is what milady desires, now look here at this sheet of paper. It is simply black. I have illustrated all of the stars in the sky. This is my answer.
For real.
Is that a fair response? I guess the princess did ask for the impossible, so they're both on the same level? I give in. Never did I believe you would solve all 100 of my... 100?! Okay. Then, my dear princess, will you do me the honor of accepting my offer of marriage? Before I acquiesce, I have but one final question. From whence did you attain such wisdom? I lost my parents at a young age and was raised by the church. I owe all I know and that I am to the teachings of Sanctism, which you can join right now if you were to go to your local church. Definitely someone's listening to me right now. And so, through the guidance of the church and the power of love, the man won the princess's heart.
Exactly.
I don't know if I needed all that Sanctus preaching, but the way the man used his wisdom to overcome all 100 riddles was still pretty amazing. After bearing witness to how the man made clever use of his knowledge, I felt that my own wisdom had improved. Beyond mortal limits, I am quite wise. As we made our way back to meet the others, Galka and I discussed our thoughts on the play. It was okay.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 3 days remain.
Alrighty, well, in terms of like major pieces of content, that really about does it for what we have and haven't seen regarding our time here in Metaphor. So at this point in time, it really does come down to what you're interested in doing or what you haven't done. We have 2 free days, so obviously we have a lot of extra wriggle room. Now, there are a few things that I can do, but I'm actually waiting for New Game Plus to showcase those because they're definitely not something that is necessary to do in your first playthrough. I guess you could run around in the city on your sword if you haven't gotten that achievement, or speak to Gallica 100 times if you haven't gotten that achievement yet.
Right.
But other than that, it really kind of comes down to what preparations you feel like you need to make. If you find yourself in a position where you truly do not think it is worth your time going and doing anything else, of course, you can always rest.
Good night.
Unfortunately, this also means that you need to somehow spend your night block with something. Oh, hey Hulkenberg, Basilia, were you guys just watching me sleep? Okay. Well, with our night block, I guess we could go see another play. Why not? Let's go do that. It's been fun. I think this time we're gonna watch The Stripling and His Stewards. Apparently it's about a young monster hunter with a silver tongue. Imagine being able to negotiate with monsters instead of fighting them. Maybe if we watch it, you'll learn about the power of words yourself. Okay, sure. We'll get some eloquence as well. Let's go.
Well then. Whoa.
Stripling and His Stewards is apparently a story of a clever boy who sets off to eradicate some monsters. How now, cow? Heed my call and aid me in dispatching the monsters of that island. Oh my herd, what utter nonsense! How will you motivate me into joining your quest? Assist me, and the smiles of joy shall be thine, bovine. We shall offer thee those smiles to God, and they are thus more valuable than any coin or treasure. I know you would not steer me wrong. I move at your command. Wow, they're really, milking the wordplay. In the blink of an eye, his stupid puns convinced a cow, a pig, and a chicken to join his quest to slay monsters. Cease our looting, you say? Well then, you must compensate me with something to eat. There are too many lives at stake. You may eat me, and I shall happily go to the great pasture beyond. Oh, I am moved to tears by such sacrifice. Please, allow me to join your ranks. So shall it be. I absolve you of your misdeeds. Great blessings are due to all who accept the teachings and rejoice in the wisdom of sanctism. And so the pious and wise boy single-handedly brought the joy of sanctism to the monsters, and they all lived happily ever after.
Oh yeah?
I have some beef with the church's view of self-sacrifice. I admit, the boy's silver tongue was impressive. Listening to the boy's skillful negotiations has helped me improve my own eloquence.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 2 days remain.
The day of the hero draws close. Regardless of whether you're feeling excitement or dread, today will be the last day we have to prepare ourselves. Tomorrow we take on Luis, and the next day, the new king will be decided. The world Luis wants must never come to be. That much is certain. And I'm confident that we will succeed. We are bolstered by each other's strength, while Luis must stand on his own.
I'm going.
Let us live well on this final day, so that no matter how the new king is decided, we may greet the dawn with a smile in our hearts. One more day, huh? One more day.
It's time.
Tomorrow's the day of our final battle. If you need to get ready, today's the day to do it.
Yeah.
Right, I know.
And then.
Don't forget to turn it in any requests you might have been sitting on as well. Yes, if you haven't done that, pretty good day to do it. Oh, I just realized our HP is 666. Bad omen, especially in an Atlas game. Anyways, since it is Idols Day, use this day to spend your time purchasing anything you need. Take advantage of that 20% discount and buy. If I had to make any full suggestions, max out your Dream Eater Moths and Luma Bees, especially if you're interested in doing New Game Plus. I would highly suggest maxing these out, along with pretty much any other item that can be utilized to create cooking items. As spoilers for New Game Plus, you can obviously make more items as you go through New Game Plus, and you won't need to worry about waiting until September 26th for Grand Shred to have access to a lot of the rare items that you might have just waited to grab because they're RNG based. So if you need to, just grab all of the very, very, very expensive items that might require at least a little bit more stuff. Obviously, I am absolutely going way overboard here, but I'm not too worried about cash, as we are going to be getting a lot of it in this final dungeon. Absolutely we are. We're going to be getting a crap ton of cash. Gotta love spending 400,000 Reeve in order to get all of this big bundle of items that we're gonna shove into our Gauntlet Runner before we go and face off against the bringer of the apocalypse itself. Yeah, wonderful. And for our day block today, I think we're gonna do something that is a little sentimental to me. The first time that we worked on our royal virtues, we sat over here. And we looked out amongst the crowd. We saw a lot of people who had discontent and hatred for us. I think it'd be nice if we sat down here again and got a new appreciation for what we're seeing. Both the good and, well, the bad.
Something up?
The street looks like a nice spot, so why don't we take a break? Times like these, you have to appreciate the little things. Everyone here is doing their best, no matter the circumstances. There's plenty to learn from that. If I spend time gazing at the scenery, my wisdom should broaden.
Oh.
So how about it? Want to spend some time here? Let's take in the view.
Whoa.
Things are so different compared to our first time in Grand Trad. There was a bustling, celebratory feeling in the air, even with the funeral going on. Now everyone keeps their head down, just seems angry. They're consumed with anxiety. But if we beat Luis, everything will go back to normal, right? We have to do more than just beat him. We need to make this a better country. So you're thinking about the big picture, about what happens after we win.
Well,
You'll be a great king. Let's keep up the fight. Gazing out at the sights of the capital with Gallica makes me feel like I've broadened my wisdom.
All right.
Gallica and I headed home while discussing the people and stores we passed along the way. And of course, with our evening block,
Finally.
well, we finally have the Lords of Oshana and Montario on board.
You could say.
Both are rotten to the core, mind, but all the same, they remain the sovereign lords of the principalities. Time is short, so we can't afford to overlook their influence and connections. We'll have them speak out against the rioting in the cities. It should help contain the situation, if only a little.
whoa.
Nice work, Batlin.
Ah.
It's not the first time I've thought this, Will, but I'm glad to have met you and to stand beside you now. I've always had a rebellious streak, you know? It was a fire under the church's heels. But as soon as I started feeling the heat myself, I'd relent. I was just avoiding confrontation. Learning a bit too late that maybe I've wasted a lot of my life drowning in anxiety like that. But in the end, you did turn and face it. Yes, well, meeting you showed me what I wanted to be in this world. All those who struggle to deserve to know the truth, to have access to information unfettered, without slant or bias.
Isn't that?
That struggle, the anxiety, is what causes Magla to swell up from the heart. And facing those fears is what turns Magla into magic.
I guess.
I wish people could learn that it's natural to feel anxious, not something to be afraid of. Right. But in the incredibly very tiny, absolutely minuscule chance that Luis uses his brand of magic or whatever he's got up his sleeve to turn me into a human.
How goes it?
Why, I'd rip my heart out right out of my own chest. Show him then and there, then I'd rather die than be turned into a monster.
Hey.
I admire your spirit, but don't do that actually. Don't believe me, I'd rather not. Not the slightest interest in seeing what color my own art is.
So,
Well, tomorrow's the grand finale.
I'll see you later.
If you've any final things to say to anyone, best do it now. I'd hate for you to head to your big to-do with regrets.
All good.
Yeah, we might not get another chance. Why not spend time with someone? Oh boy, here we go again.
Let's go see.
This is probably the last chance to relax like this. I suggest talking to everyone so you can push forward without regrets. And while you're at it, if you have any completed requests you haven't reported back on, tonight's the night. Before we talk to anyone,
All right.
remember, buy. If you need to go to the Gloam Hall or any of the magic shops to purchase stuff, this is the time to do it. If I were to make any final last-minute suggestions, if you do not want to buy a Dodger ring, that's perfectly fine. Consider buying maybe a Phantasmal doll, but I wouldn't suggest this either. The biggest thing is there are 4 more utilitarians manuals. I would highly suggest getting 4 of these. This way, essentially, every single person can have a utilitarian's manual. Other than that, if you want to buy Phantasmal doll or a Praetorian cloth, be my guest. I think I am going to buy at least 1 Praetorian cloth in case I want to put this on Hulkenberg. But other than that, I'm pretty good. So, let's go and see what our followers want. We are going to start off here in Brylehaven by meeting up with Alonso.
Get back! Greetings.
Hey, things have gone quite interesting. I know you're a busy fellow, but you and I are friends. Can we talk elsewhere for a minute? A candidate to the very end, I can hardly believe it. And I dare say you've made dying for your sake quite worth it. Well, thanks for doing that? Not back then. Thank you for doing that. Did it really even do that much? Regardless, don't thank me for it. All I did was place my bets on you. I'm currently planning on what to do next after you're king. I'm certain it'll be quite chaotic in this country for some time. Firstly, we'll have the loudmouth chaps harunging people, scoundrels shoring up sordid books by milking on muddled masses before anyone's the wiser. And of course, those scoundrels will have great political and financial interests. You'll have vultures lying in wait around every corner. Yeah, I know.
I see.
It's not that I don't have full faith in you, but I just wanted to make sure you knew Utopia wouldn't come knocking anytime soon. But don't worry, I'll not leave you to your own devices. Perhaps I'll enter the political arena, be your speaker of sorts. You'll have your political opponents in the years ahead, doing their best to drag you down, undermine your ideals, and line their pockets while they're at it. I figured I'd make use of this silver tongue of mine to uniformly dismantle their schemes and force their timely exit. Well, that's reassuring to hear.
Interesting.
I'll see all their ploys for what they are. A lie for a lie. Sick a bad guy on the bad guys, in other words. My nature has changed not one iota. I am a two-faced trickster who schemes upon and deceives others. But even I can truly glimpse the hope you aim to create in this country. So, I'll use my lies to support you until the end. Surely these are the sorts of lies my mother would overlook, yes? I think so.
Moving on.
I'm glad to have met you. Before we part, I have but one word of advice for my future king. If ever an enemy appears insurmountable, tell yourself this. My opponent is strong, but that is all they are. It is fine to fear an enemy's strength, but let not that fear consume you. Steel yourself and remember, the enemy is strong, yet I will prevail.
It's fine.
Determination will be your power. Determination is all you need to break through. It is the weapon you'll wield to seize your tomorrow.
Well then.
And with that, farewell. I leave you with both my parting exultments and my toll for departing penitence. Or penitence. There's a folded envelope tucked underneath the shoulder of the strap of my bag. Inside was a silver coin I'd never seen before, with an identical design on the other side. I felt Alonzo's candor, a man of many faces now unmasked. We obtained the mysterious silver coin. Reflecting on the strange way we'd met, I left the club. And got some mag. Now, these key items that we are obtaining, we will get one from every single follower that we've hung out with. What do they do exactly? Pretty good. They're pretty good. You can see, as you can see here, the mysterious silver coin will give +3 endurance and +2 luck when channeling the Faker lineage. Every single follower that you've maxed out will give you one of these key items that gives a special stat boost whenever you're channeling a certain lineage. So, of course, be sure to hang out with every single follower. As you can see, we have the whole list available to us. Next, I think let's go hang out with Barden. The townsfolk renew their support for Barden. He pledges mutual trust, promising to cooperate with the king-to-be who always stood by him.
Impressive as always.
I admire their resolve immensely. Let's go talk to him.
You've come.
And I hear you've got a rather difficult path ahead of ye. But I'm happy you came to see me despite it all. You've come all this way, so what say we have ourselves a wee chat?
The truth is,
Ever since that attack from the human, the townspeople have slowly but surely come round to participating in the security activities. I consider that a great welcome change, but
what happened?
what's worrying you now? I'm worried. The security policies, the methods of self-government, all that needs buy-in from the people. We need everyone's voices to both speak and to be heard. The hope is we can find a compromise among all the different opinions and then make a change. It's not easy leading such an affair, let me tell you.
It'll be fine.
You can do it, Barden. I know you can.
Thank you, truly.
Thanks for the support. And you're no stranger to what I'm talking about, are you?
I haven't a choice.
The king chosen by the people will be different from any other king we've ever had. Every citizen will expect something from you, and you'll feel a duty to live up to that expectation. This country is made up of allied states, with a major city as the capital of each state. But now they all exist under one nation. Each region has their own rich and complex history and cultures. The wishes of the people are also different.
You.
And you'll be king of all this. How do you think you're gonna possibly hear all the people's opinions?
That's...
I suppose my only option is just go around and solicit their opinions in earnest. Oh, well, at least you got the right intentions. But considering your position and the number of subjects involved, it ain't the most practical thing.
You know what?
Here's what I think. A single king cannot possibly listen to each and every one of his subjects. However, if you take a look at the country by region and town, you'll find people such as myself. And I can govern this town according to whatever your kingly wishes may be. And I can collect my people's opinions and transmit them to you. So that way, the king and the people can have a direct connection to each other. We just need other leaders to follow suit. It's an excellent idea. I believe you'll be a righteous king, and many others behind you do too. That said, some only follow whoever they think will come out the strongest. Mayhap some follow you out of fear, just as with Luis. You've a duty toward them just as any other, though, and no doubt you'll have days where you just want to run away.
On the other hand...
And on those days, remember this. There are those who are determined to walk with you through thick and thin.
Don't you worry.
They believe and support you. They will correct you when you err. And little by little, you'll look back and see more and more people behind you.
Have a look.
Now that reminds me. The townspeople wanted to give this to you. Desert glass lantern. They fused glass and sandworm husk to make this. It's a specialty household item unique to Martira. Everyone here makes use of it. In fact, they hope to make production of this a major industry in Martira. Our artisans practice pretty hard these days. You just watch. My city's gonna flourish under your rule. Spent some time reassuring Barden, who was overcome with emotion. The Desert Glass Lantern is a regional specialty made from the shed carapace of a sandworm. Gives +3 endurance and +2 agility when channeling a commander lineage archetype. Right, next up is going to be Brigitte. Brigitte takes the young Avengers in. Their pain renews her quiet revolution against the church. At long last, her eyes reflect not a hell, but hope.
No.
You needn't be concerned on my behalf. Well, let's go talk to her anyways.
Oh, where do you want to look?
I didn't think you'd come to see me at a time like this. Welcome. You've come all this way. We can talk as long as you like.
So,
Those Ujif children I took in seem to be regaining their spirits little by little.
yes.
The grief of losing their parents and hometown is not easily buried, of course. But I thought enlisting them as my helpers might provide a welcome distraction. What are they helping with? I have no intention of putting such small children on anything dangerous. That's why I have you here for, after all. I'd been racking my brain, trying to think of functions for an igniter that would have no use as a weapon. For lack of any ideas of my own, I asked the children. It was like I'd open a floodgate, idea after idea. Jet shoes based on wind propulsion. Super brooms that cleaned the floor with water and wind magic combined. And then what? Well, I had to admit it. Applied practically, their inventions could change people's lives for the better. They also suggested a pen that could write sparkling text, and an instrument that could play itself. Of course, I asked what the point of these trifles could be. And their response, it'd be fun. In short, they're playthings. The thought took me entirely off guard. Their suggestions were worthless as weapons. They barely even sounded useful. But I could certainly see them putting smiles on children's faces.
Fair point.
Perhaps that's just what this country needs. Something good for nothing, but a smile now and then. I think you're right.
Yes.
It might do some good, but I'm thinking of something a little broader than igniters alone. Sanctism dominates this country in many ways. They profit off of every destructive igniter sold, while entertainment and tools of simple utility are restricted. I'm going to change that. I'll make this a country known for better products, tools for happiness instead of violence.
Listen.
As for this country you dream of, you've not even set foot on that path yet. To look at the distance you must tread, many would advise against it, but I will walk it up beside you. I know I can count on you. Just watch. Between my connections, my tech, and my business sense, it'll be a simple task. Will, give me your hand. Reaching out to someone without any sort of self-interested calculation. I haven't done this since I was a child. I was too scared. Yet somehow, you make it possible. My dreams, my aspirations. Let this handshake be as entrusting them to you. A small trinket of some sort was placed into my palm, and entrusted to me. Brigida's brooch.
This here.
Personally cut and polished, I'll have you know. I looked for a magla crystal that gleams with the same clarity as your eyes. It's a meager little thing to hold, but I hope you can feel how heavy my wishes have made it. May fortune favor you.
Try not to die.
Don't die, Will. You are hope. For the children, for me, and hope is not so easily replaced. I spent some time with Brigida, talking of our hopes for changes soon to come. Brigida's brooch is a dazzling jewelry fashioned from a rare magla crystal, plus 5 luck when channeling the merchant lineage. Incredible. Next, we're going to hang out with Katharina. Katharina has ambitions for trade school to help uplift the people. Her eyes shine with a new conviction. Slowly, surely, the world is changing. That guy, he's keeping his chin up, ain't he? Oh, we definitely are, and you can see that for yourself. Let's go talk to her. Hello, Katharina.
You know something?
Heard you're going to face off against that blighter Luis. Well, I for one think you've got him whipped. Oh, say, there was something I wanted to tell you. Got a minute?
Hey, so
Hey, remember how I said I had something to tell you? Well, the educational program we founded is really doing aces. Congratulations. I know you've been working really hard.
many thanks.
Thanks. I do admit I got my nose to the grindstone a lot lately. Just goes to show we can make a place for ourselves in the world without stealing and deceiving. You taught me that, you know? It was you who got my friends the opportunity to make a decent living. Some of them even moved to other towns and opened up shop.
What a
At this rate, I'm gonna have to take up something new just to keep up.
What?
Are you thinking of pursuing a new line of work?
Mm.
Well, yeah, you know, at this point, I'm done bounty hunting. And I've been thinking on another thing I once told you. That we're allies fighting for this country. Our paths are different, but we've got a common goal. Got a couple of things running loose around in my noggin, actually. If you become king, I think I'll journey abroad.
If you want my
I bet someone in charge could use some intel from faraway lands. I could get that for you. The king's gotta need all the help he can get.
Right.
That's perfect for you, Katharina. I'll be counting on you. Then I'll find out what's good, what's bad, and what's going on in the world and report back. We can solve the world's issues together.
really now.
Word of warning, though, don't let this country go to the dogs while I'm gone. If everybody's not prancing around all merry-like when I get back, I'll knock you a good one. Won't much care to not see your ugly mug for long spurts, but better to make myself useful, I suppose. I'm gonna do what I do best, and the only payment I want is you watching over me. I'll let you think good and hard on what I mean by that. Sure. Proper daft. I'm out of here. Except for this one thing. There was something everyone made for you, so here you go. Ooh, wooden doll sculpture.
I present to you.
Read for your thoughts? They tried to make it look like you. Not half bad by half, eh? Everyone brought their best talents to it, whether it was carving the wood, painting those colors, all that. If we could mass produce those dolls, it'd make a good souvenir, yeah? we could make it a Uchronia specialty item. Like they say, dream big. Tomorrow's battle is only the first piece of that dream. So you better pull out all the stops and win. This country's gonna be ours for the building. Spend some time with Katharina, trying not to let her excitement get the best of her. Katharina's amazing wooden doll sculpture is a doll handmade in the likeness of an elden boy. Gives +2 strength and +3 agility when channeling the brawler lineage. Pretty decent, actually. Especially the agility, since you're going to be tanking your own HP a little bit. Next, we are going to go and discuss stuff with... Let's go talk with Maria. Actually, let's talk with Moore. The research is complete. A memory returns. Moore remembers long-missed companions who shared his ideals. His gratitude is heartfelt.
Perhaps...
There's little I can do, but... Oh, there's definitely something valuable you can do, Moore. I just actually have to go and talk to you first. Hello there, Moore. I told Moore about my final battle with Luis tomorrow. I see. So at last we have reached the final battle for the throne. Luis is a foe more fearsome than any you've faced. Do you truly believe you can defeat him?
Leave it to me.
I'll win. I know I will.
Yes.
Good. Spoken like a king to be. In striving toward the apex of all archetypes, you've surely marked yourself as worthy to rule. If you were to take the throne, that would thusly end my imprisonment under the last king's decree.
I have faith in you.
I trust that you'll win. You must, if I am ever to know freedom again. However selfish a reason that is. But any other possible king could free you just as easily, right?
But...
Even if they could, any other king might only condemn me as the past king did. I and those who believed such ideals could be easily imprisoned once more.
How delightful.
To finally be allowed to back into the world I've dreamed of. But under your reign, it'll seem a new world altogether. Perhaps you saw phantoms in my image throughout your travels, but that's all they were. Through all this, I remained locked in this prison. I wish I could travel the lands again, as I did in my youth. What extraordinary sights I would see.
Indeed.
First, to the royal capital, Grand Trad. I would be content to watch the people go about their daily lives. Then off to Brylehaven by way of Martira. That sounds like a familiar path. And so it should. After all, the tales of your journey have inspired me so much. I wish I could travel at your side. If the chance existed, no matter how slim, I'd take it. Though I suppose that's a dangerously insolent proposal for a king to be.
Please.
Still, once you are king, if you ever decide to tour the country or return to the road, please, allow me to join you. Sounds good to me.
I thank you.
Thank you. To walk a country born anew, together with its new king. It is like a dream. My heart bursts with anticipation. That reminds me. I'm sure it's far too early to prepare for our trip together, but let me give you this. White Raven Quill.
What say you?
For all you have learned, for graduating from your studies in academia, I award you this diploma. Let this white wings mark your flight from this bookish nest.
I can hardly wait.
Now, once you leave this place, we shall remain apart for a short while, but I look forward to seeing you again soon. Now, we've actually obtained 2 key items from Moore. The first being the White Raven Quill, +1 to all stats when channeling the Secret Lineage. Pretty standard. And we also obtained, if I can find it, the Chronicle of the End, a book said to contain the truth about the destruction of the world. This is something that we can't really utilize right now, but it's an important key item to grab. Let's go ahead and go back to reality. Next, let's hang out with Nuris. Nuris confirms the relics hide an apocalyptic destructive power. He ultimately destroys them, knowing technology is meant for nobler purpose.
Even so.
This trip was surely a blessing for an engineer like myself. It was a blessing because we got to spend it with you, my guy. Let's see what you're all about.
Now then.
Well, tomorrow's the main event itself, eh? I thought it'd be nice to have a bit of a chat before then. How about we go somewhere with a nice view? Okay, quick teleport to do the trick. Alright, well, where do you want to go? Ooh. Oh, what a grand meteor shower! Like the sky itself wishing you luck with a dance of stars, eh? It's wishing you luck too, isn't it?
Quite.
Oh, bound to be. I'm the sky's own soulmate, after all. Looking forward to storming the place tomorrow, though I wish it was showering us with dragon crystals. I have mentioned that dragon crystals to you before, haven't I? They're the remains of a great magical entity floating high up in the heavens. We actually do have one of those. It was one of the optional items that we needed for the memorandum. You sometimes find them crushed down in the mountains. We take those and process them for the gauntlet runners. You see, a semi-biological component. My dream was to fly to the sky and pluck one straight from the firmament. Can't you already fly through the sky?
Yeah.
I suppose so. And soon enough, I dare say, I'll be able to reach past the clouds to touch the crystals beyond. But it makes me wonder. I've spent a lifetime honing my skills and stuffing myself with knowledge. I can't let myself be satisfied with flying alone, can I? Until now, all my research and projects have been for the sake of my dream. The idea of doing it for altruism or public good, poppycock. We're all too abstract for my tastes. But this journey, seeing you all work for the people, for a better world, it's gotten under my skin, burns in me like the same mad passion for my most ambitious projects. If an invention of mine helps someone out there or gives them joy, that's my part in changing this land, eh? It's just like what you and your merry band do, tromping all over and helping all sorts. A change that happens one city at a time, instead of by order of some lofty authority. This world's full of inconveniences and irrationalities, what? Well, my lad, that's what I intend to change. One invention at a time.
Right.
You want to make your dream sound so cool, Nerys. Marvelous, isn't it? Though I still have no idea what I'm going to invent, of course. But soon enough you'll be crowned king, and that'll be that. But you do know the road ahead is only going to be bumpier, don't you? I imagined a grand title like Your Majesty would crush the very backs of those who wore it. And yet you're rather looking forward to it, aren't you? And that reminds me. Something I'd like for you to have. Dragon Crystal Specimen.
Here.
The first dragon crystal I ever found. Just a shard, really. Not enough magic power to have any real practical application. When I picked this up, that's when my dream hit me. One day I'd go to the skies. And now here we are.
I'll do it.
I'll get you all to Luis tomorrow, no matter what. We'll make the impossible possible.
Hey.
You hear me, lad? Don't you falter now. After gazing at the stars for a while, Nerys and I returned to the Gauntlet Runner. The Dragon Crystal Specimen will give you +3 strength and +2 agility when channeling the Gunner lineage. Very, very nice. Next, let's go and hang out with Basilio. Basilio stays by Vinca's side to the end. With his brother and old friend in his heart, he commits to fighting for a world where anyone can smile.
I'll do it.
This is it, Del. Let's go talk to him one last time.
Oh, come on, Fred.
Finally.
Guess this is it. We'll finally settle things with Luis. Though a sky like this don't exactly feel encouraging and all. Say, you need a breather at all? We could visit the ocean if you like. Wouldn't take a moment to teleport over. Sure, let's go ahead and go.
All right.
First time I saw the ocean, you know what I said? God damn, biggest pond I've ever seen! Del got a good laugh out of that one. Tell Lady Rella, Vinca, I thought we'd always be together. Figured I'd already lived my life the way I wanted. Now I got some perspective on it though. There's so much I never did. Somehow it never really hit me that I could just die at any moment. Just like that, everything I am could suddenly end. Even after nearly dying as a kid. Real stupid, aren't I?
Listen.
No, I think that's true for anyone,
Yeah.
I suppose.
I'll tell.
I think Del wanted to stay by Lady Juna's side for the rest of his days. Never said it, of course, but I could tell. It was always in his eyes when he looked at her. But he'll never see her again. And me, I'll never see Lady Rella again. I never got to tell her how she saved me, how I really admired her. Never told her how I felt about her. Now I never will. I once swore to you, right? that I'd help make a world where everyone could smile and laugh. Rella, Vinka, and Del, they were all tangled up in the worst parts of this twisted country, and they all suffered for it. This land runs on the suffering, and somehow all its weak and meek ended up fuel for its fires. The crown on your head won't make that easier to change.
It'll be fine.
Nevertheless, we're going to fight for that change. We've got this, don't we?
Obviously.
Hell yeah! Nobody's gonna keep us down. Nothing happens as fast as you want it to. Lots of people are gonna resent change. It's a scary thing, yeah? Still, through the fear, if we're all wishing for the same thing, that'll be a force to be reckoned with. Slow or not, this piece of shite world will change. I only started seeing the light from hanging out with you. So, no matter what goes down tomorrow, I'm gonna make sure that the crown's yours. Actually, I've got another reason for being here today. Hold on a sec.
Yeah.
Just bought this. Here, take it. Golden perfume cream. It's made of some rare beeswax or something, apparently. They say the scent brings good fortune. Lady Ella had it when she was fixing me up. Gave me a little dab on both cheeks. Said she hoped I could smile again. Hoped my luck would turn. Slum rat like me. So now I'm giving it to you, Will. Hope fortune favors you tomorrow.
All right.
Well, suppose we better get back. Big day ahead, yeah? Cilio and I return to Grand Trad. The golden perfume cream will give +5 strength when channeling the Berserker lineage. I believe this actually puts Basilio's strength at almost 99. He's at 97 strength. Whew. Almost got him there. Alright, who's next? I believe we will go with Juna next. Someone's excited. Murtis' song reminds Juna of her wish, to give people hope through song, and to make the world a safer and more peaceful place. It's foolish, but I wonder if he'd hear my last request. Let's go talk to her. We're finally fighting Luis tomorrow. If you don't mind, there's somewhere I'd like to go before the fight. Will you come with me? Absolutely. Here we are.
Hold on a second.
Tomorrow's the battle we put our lives on the line for. I thought I'd let Rella and Fidelio know.
This place...
Does this place have sentimental value to you?
Here.
It was here that my sister lived and treated the sick. She saw that work as her atonement, but she saved so many lives in the process. Fidelio and Basilio were two of those people. She brought them back from the brink of death. Feels like ages ago now. Rella and Fidelio kept their emotions buried deep, but the love they had for my singing was real, wasn't it?
No.
Their love wasn't limited to your voice. I wonder if that's true. Sometimes I think singing is all I amount to, and while I'm proud it's made me self-sufficient, it can be a lonely way to live. I guess sometimes I just want to be accepted for who I am as a person, not just a pretty voice.
And?
Why am I spilling my guts like this? I accept you as a person, Juna.
Huh?
Now hold on, you can't just say that kind of thing with a straight face. I call foul. Then again, you did make me a promise, remember? You promised we'd make a world where people could listen to me sing with a peace in their hearts. And thinking about it, something struck me. Where would you be in the scenario? Listening from a faraway throne? Or would you be by my side? I've been meaning to ask you that, but I kept putting it off. Your answer would feel like our story's end, and I'm not ready for it to be over.
Yep.
So I'll ask you this when it's all truly over. After the day of the hero, and you become king. Then you can answer me. We'll talk when it's over then.
Thanks.
Thanks. And now I can feel like I can fight with everything I've got tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the performance of a lifetime. I expect you in the audience, Rella, Fidelio. Well, it's getting late. Let's head back.
Look at this.
Oh, and one more thing. I want you to have this and hold it close, so you'll never forget me. Erica Flower Bookmark. This flower used to represent fear and humiliation to me, but once you become king, I hope it comes to mean liberty. One day, this country will balk at the very idea of innocent children turned slaves. It may not be easy. In fact, many will probably oppose it. We still have to make it happen. We have to believe in our ideals to continue onward. Will, you feel the same way, don't you? June and I went back together, discussing our hope for a brighter future. The Arica Flower bookmark will give +3 magic and +2 agility to anyone channeling the Masked Dancer lineage. This puts Juna's magic at 96. Hell yeah! Strong mage. Next, let's go speak with Yufa. Through faith and experience, Yufa has come to know herself better. She and Will shake hands once more, with new meaning.
I must say,
I am prepared. And so, we'll go talk to her and see how prepared she actually is.
it's finally here.
Everything will be decided tomorrow. I'd like to visit my brother before we fight. Would you teleport with me to Etria? Brother!
You've come.
Oh, if it isn't my dear sister, and with Will in tow. Have you come all this way to see me? Yes, I needed to talk with you at any cost. We told Denny about tomorrow's decisive battle against Luis. Tomorrow is finally the day, is it? It'll allow me to take this opportunity to speak with you. Once you stop Luis and take the throne, what are your plans for what follows? Surely you don't imagine the book will close on a happily ever after. Your people will not be a monolith. Even your supporters who agree with you have varied expectations, and those differences will drag you down. All his enemies lurk in the shadows.
Right.
You're right, and I am prepared for that.
Oh,
You worry too much, brother. Will has us with him. No matter how thorny the path he walks becomes, we are all determined to walk it beside him.
I see.
Good. If you are so resolved, I have nothing further to say. I pray that with every step you take, the path bears fruit. Listen for word of our victory tomorrow, brother. We're going to survive, and we'll most certainly return to the island.
now that you mention
Oh,
it.
wait! I had something I wanted to give you, Will. I'll run to the house to retrieve it. Alright. That Yufa. Always in such a hurry. She'll never change. I've been looking after her for a long time, but I'm thinking it's time to entrust that role to someone else. Well,
Yeah.
I'd like you to entrust me with that role.
Thanks.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Yufa trusts you too. Actually, it's quite clear she does more than that. If you've been planting false expectations in my sister's head, I hope you know that I won't stay quiet about it. Yeah, sense hostility from Adeni, who's sporting a fake smile. Yeah, I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. It looks like you two are having a rousing conversation. Indeed, we were talking about the swarms of vicious man-eating sharks that teem in the night sea. I was telling him that if someone were to be thrown in, they'd die instantly. The adults told me that lie all the time when I was a child. Bad children who lie will be thrown into the sea at night, they say.
What is it?
You're looking a little pale, Will. What's wrong? Nothing. Well, didn't you say you have something to give him?
See this for yourself.
Yes, I do. Here, Will. For your hands only. Rippling shell. This is the shell of a ripple snail. It's a good luck charm here on the island. If you hold it to your ear, you can hear the sound of the ocean. Tradition says it contains a prayer for its owner to return home safely, just like how the waves return to shore. Wives give these to their husbands when they head out to sea. Ah, yes, wives give them to their husbands. Wonderful. That's quite the gift. Oh, did I say their husbands? Anyway, let's get going. We have got a big day ahead of us. We said our goodbyes to Adeni and returned to Grand Trad. Our, well, I guess wedding gift, the Rippling Shell, will give +3 strength and +2 magic when channeling the summoner lineage. Unfortunately, I think this is probably the worst one so far, but it's still pretty decent. That puts Yufa's stats at about, I need to go to equipment first. It puts it at about 69 magic, nice, and 41 strength. Again, she's the all-rounder, so it makes sense for her to have pretty balanced stats overall. Next, we're gonna hang out with Heisme. His hometown knows a new peace. Heisme chooses not to bury his son at all, forging a new era with his boy's remains set at his heart.
What should we do?
Perhaps I should invite him. I'd love to be invited to wherever you're going, Heisme.
Finally.
So, it all ends tomorrow. I could use some time to collect my thoughts beforehand. Would you care to join me for a bit? Tonight's drink is quite exquisite indeed.
So then,
Maybe I'll have a drink too. Apologies, but you are not yet of age. Soon, perhaps. I do truly look forward to the day when you and I will enjoy a drink together.
However,
It's been a long road, yes, but tomorrow we fight to decide the fate of this country. It is a strange notion to contemplate. Previously, I used alcohol to blunt the edge of sorrow's blade. No, rather it was a self-administered poison which I used to hasten my own departure from this world.
oh,
As it graces my lips on this night, I find that the flavor has changed completely. Does it taste better now?
yes.
Quite. As I think on the alcohol becoming a part of my flesh and blood, it permeates that much deeper. Previously, it mattered not when I died, but now that I've dedicated myself to living for my son, I shall no longer await death, but will endeavor to not waste life. Tomorrow, clutching all that I have left of him, I hope to witness the dawn of a new future for this country. That is my new purpose, the reason I rise each day.
Cheers.
And so, tonight I raise my glass and make a toast to my star of hope. Are you referring to me? When I resigned to live out my days in that cave, who came to me with renewed hope in tow? Who else could it be but you? And it is not just I whom you've inspired. In addition to my fellow villagers, a great many people now believe in a brighter future, with the only common thread among them being you. Whatever darkness lies before us, I believe the ideals you herald will shine above many.
Surely.
For those who suffer, for those who roam without purpose, and for those paralyzed by inaction, with that light upon their breast, they shall step forward once more.
Now then.
Before we return inside, there is something I would like to give you. Ashen Meteorite Bracelet. It is an amulet from my hometown, crafted from a rock that shimmers even in the total absence of light. Perfect for finding one's way. Parents often give them to their children, hoping the amulet will protect their kin when they cannot. Befitting of our situation, is it not?
Well then.
Now then, let us head back and prepare. An eventful day is ahead of us. Heisme and I headed back inside the Gauntlet Runner. The Ashen Meteorite Bracelet will give +5 agility when channeling the Thief lineage. Like we needed more of that, but with this, Heisme as World Thief has 99 agility. I think we are also overdoing it in terms of extra agility. I feel like we could probably, maybe we can even bench the Rider's Anklet for something else. Yeah, without the extra agility from the accessory, he has 98 agility. So I guess we could just give him something pretty standard. Maybe like a Gleaming Crystal, just to give him extra bonuses everywhere else. Yeah, that doesn't sound too bad. Next up on our list, we're going to hang out with... We'll hang out with Hulkenberg. Verdanth sits in a cell, and Hulkenberg feels sure in her purpose once more. She pledges her loyalty to our charges anew with eyes clear. I have some final words, I would say. Let's hear them.
So,
At last,
finally.
tomorrow we finally decide this once and for all. There's something I should like to talk with you about, under the circumstances. Perhaps you join me just outside the gate? Yeah, sure. We visited this place once before. I trust you still recall that time?
well, sure.
You fought with Verdanth here.
Yes.
Indeed. And following our clash, she was taken into custody. Pains me to say that Grand Shrad is still plagued by rampant looting and theft. I dare say, the issue is only worsened without Verdanth present. 'Tis the cause of the Crimson Sky. The fear has gotten to the people, and even the previously civilly minded have gone mad. Fear is a cunning beast, It lurks within, fattening itself on our insecurities, and only bares its fangs when we're most vulnerable. We've all become its prey. I've put many beasts to the sword, yet the method for subduing the creature known as fear still eludes me. There's not much we can do besides maintaining a strong heart.
Perhaps.
A strong heart, is it? That is easier said than done. In the past, there were nights where it seemed certain that the beast within would devour me whole. I put myself to blame. At times I shut my eyes to the world and fell to my own deceptions. I lived so many days in this manner, convinced that I had found strength. Until at last I met you, fell in with our comrades, and came to know so many very people. It was only then that I understood that I was not alone. I've come to depend on and expect a great many things from all of you. Would you believe me if I said that, on some level, this brings me some shame?
No.
On the contrary, aren't you proud of who you've become?
Indeed.
Indeed. I fought so long to protect others, and now find myself with allies who shield me in turn. 'Tis an experience that made me realize all that I could not accomplish alone. Those who seek to be sole vessels of power, such as Luis or Adanth, their solitude offers them some strength, yes, but it also exposes a great many vulnerabilities. You've protected me countless times, when I believed it was my duty to protect you. I owe you the deepest gratitude, for without you, I would not be able to fight as I do now.
That's why.
Our time together brought about an epiphany. I do not seek a one-sided fealty, but as a knight, I wish to serve under a king who supports me, as I do them. I'll continue to place my trust in you, as I always have.
I thank you.
You have my thanks. Beginning tomorrow, I shall support you, as a true knight of the king. I swear this to you, and as proof of my bond, I present you with this. The Knight's Memorandum. Alcis bestowed this upon me when I first received my knighthood. In it, the will of a knight, perhaps one might call it a knight's soul, even is inscribed. Your reign will be a period of tumult. You shall bear a great many burdens, and that which bars your way will not be so black and white as Luis. Do you understand this? You shall face every single individual across the land who've pushed their fears and anxieties onto people like His late Majesty and Luis. And many will not even make an effort to bear their own anxiety again. They'll pretend not to notice, until they can push it onto someone as such as you.
'Tis all right.
I offer little in comfort, except to say that you shall have allies like me by your side to bear it all. I hope you never forget that. With our sense of trust in each other deepened, Hulkenberg and I returned to the inn. The Knight's Memorandum will give +5 endurance when channeling the Knight's lineage, which I believe does max out Hulkenberg's endurance. No, only 91. Well, we can definitely work on that. Now we only have Stroll and Maria. Let's hang out with Maria. Maria found a soup kitchen. Conflict turns to understanding, and Maria befriends the local boys. This, she feels, is where she truly belongs.
Mister,
It'll be all okay, right, mister? We'll go make everything right.
Mister,
Mister, don't you have a big job tomorrow? You want to do the same thing that Papa tried to do that day, don't you? That's why I want to talk. Oh boy, here we go. Are you sure I'm not bothering you, mister? I know you're real busy and all. Yay, that's great! There's so much I want to talk to you about. The other day, I played with my friends and we drew pictures with chalk in the alleyway. We drew lots of flowers and houses and... Oh, yeah, one of the nice men who came by to get food said he found a job. He makes plates now, and then...
It'll be fine.
You don't have to tell me all at once. Take your time.
okay.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, but now, everyone in town's been kinda scary lately. They all seem really nervous, and some of them have even been saying that a lot of people are going to die tomorrow. But I know better. Once you become king, everyone will be happy again. I've been telling that to lots of people, and they don't believe me. Some people even think that things will get worse. They say, a child can't get anything done. But that's not true, is it?
It'll be fine.
Even if I couldn't do it alone, There's nothing I can't do with everyone at my side.
I see.
Right. Then you have my support too, mister. How can I help, though? Oh, I'll talk to everyone. I'll tell them about a place where we can all proudly call home. Maybe everyone's feeling like I did before. Like they've got nowhere to go, and everybody else is just out to judge them or hurt them. But mister, you said you'd make a country without all that, where it'll be peaceful and kind and nobody cries. It'll be a place for everyone. If I tell people that, do you think they'll feel better?
Right.
It's a good idea, Maria.
Yeah.
Okay then, I'll tell everyone as soon as I can, starting tomorrow morning. I want to do my best for everyone, just like Papa and Mister.
Maria?
Well, you're looking very happy, Maria. Anyway, don't forget about the thing you wanted to give them, okay? Oh, that's right!
Okay.
Here you go, for you, mister. Handmade charm.
This.
I made it with Miss Fabienne. It'll make sure you and everybody else comes back safe and sound. Thank you. The next time you see me, I'll be king. I sewed it myself, stitch by stitch. It's kind of messy, but I tried my best. Don't look inside, it's kind of embarrassing. Alright. Maria was feeling embarrassed, so I reassured her and said goodbye. The handmade charm will give +5 magic when channeling the healer lineage. A charm handmade by Maria. Its contents are unknown. Well, we won't open it to, out of respect of Maria. And of course, we have our boy Stroll, the man who helped start it all. Stroll, having prioritized saving his countrymen over rebuilding his house, returns to Halia. There he realizes his father's true intentions and legacy, and is overcome.
At last.
And with this, my journey with him will come to an end.
At last.
Tomorrow we settle things with Luis for good. We're as prepared as we can be, so why not pass the time over a hot meal at the Honeybee? Oh, I can't ask for a better evening.
Now then.
Now, let's dig in. I asked Fabienne to go all out and load us up with extra special dishes. This is quite a grand feast.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we battle Luis, do we not? We need to eat well and keep our spirits high. Fabienne, keep it coming if you would.
Huh?
What, mistress, you ate all that meat? I served more than people usually finish too. Shall I bring out another helping?
No.
No, this was more than enough. It was great, thank you. Tomorrow you're going to fight, right? Almost correct, Maria. We're going to fight and win. Then this guy will become king and make this a good country. Good country. Peaceful country where there's no fighting. Yeah, so won't you cheer us on, Maria?
Yeah.
Of course. I'll always cheer for you. Miss Fabienne will too, right? Naturally. We will wait here with bated breath for their triumphant return, won't we? Good country. You know, Will, if I felt even for a moment that Luis's ideology had merit, he might not be in this fight. But we know that's not the case. He desires a country where the weak and helpless are called. Everyone would know and see that, yet do nothing. No one would benefit by saving such people. They would be written off as a loss, and yet the masses still support Luis. When did our country become so bleak? We'll help anyone in need. It started as little more than a clever campaign slogan, but thinking back, I think we all felt power in those words. Still, speaking the words is easy, but acting on them is another thing entirely, even for a king.
Right.
You're right. But just because it's difficult doesn't mean I'm going to give up. And that's what makes you, you.
Got a moment?
Remember, the inheritance my parents left me was all the people of Halia. Our people are our greatest fortune. I will never forget that. My parents were good lords, and the people of Halia loved them for it. I truly hope, with all my heart, this country becomes that and more.
Take this.
So, I want you to have this. Crested short sword. This short sword has been passed down through House Haliatus for generations. It's said to protect its owner. The fact that I've survived until now is proof enough.
Hey.
No matter what happens tomorrow, win. Don't die. You must fight for the sake of the many lives in this country.
It'll be all right.
It'll be all right. I'll be right there with you. Stroll and I shared a firm oath to each other, and then finished our meals. A nice round 200,000 mag, huh? Well, this last key item for us will give us +3 strength and +2 endurance when channeling the warrior lineage, which I believe gives Stroll 79 strength. Pretty good. Though he's no match for Basilio's 97 strength. Though Peerless Stonecleaver definitely carries that a little bit. Now, with everyone talked to, all that's left to do is to get some good rest. Let's go up here and spend the night here in the Hot Honeybee Inn one final time. This bed is bigger and softer than the bunks in the Gauntlet Runner. Maybe it's time to call it a night. I think so.
Good night.
Rest well.
Hey,
Hey, you're still up, right? I was thinking about everything that's happened so far. Now I can't sleep either. It's incredible, isn't it? In the beginning, it was only the two of us, but now you have so many allies around you. So many people lent you a hand and believed in you. I wonder why everyone's so drawn to you.
Hold on.
I don't even know myself. I see. Yeah, it might be the sort of thing you can't tell for yourself. Well, whatever you feel about it aside, I bet the people who support you from the heart feel like they can trust their own wishes and ideals in your hands.
Yep.
Maybe that's what a real king needs.
What kind of...
What do you mean, a real king?
Let's see.
Someone who's always fighting for the wishes and ideals of others, not his own. When you think about it, the previous king's royal magic was apt. It made sure everyone could wish for their king.
Excuse me.
Remember, the source of magic is anxiety. And I mean, anxiety is just a hope combined with a fear, don't you think? When people think, I want to do this, or I want to be like that, it becomes a power that can create or change things. Luis draws his power this way. No one more fervently believes in his ideology than he does. But you fight for the modest wishes of many, many people. So take it to heart. The wishes you bear now will one day be the power you wield.
Let's have faith.
That's magic I'm sure will defeat even Luis. Look at the time. We really should try to sleep so we can give it our all tomorrow.
Here.
Actually, I made something for you that might help. Here. Sachet of Calm. It smells nice, doesn't it? It's enchanted with magic that calms the heart. Now lie back, close your eyes. The fear, the anxiety, they aren't your enemy. They are the well from which you gather your strength.
Good night.
Good night.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. One day remains.